And so the question we then have to ask ourselves is, okay, if these are the myths about money that we have to get rid of, how do we make it? So now that we've gotten rid of the myth about money, how do we make it? Remember, we have established that money is a tool. It gets things done. Money is a key, gives you access. Money is a defense. You deal with things without worrying about anything. Money is a ruler, makes you to be independent. And we've spoken also about the myth about money that you have to get rid of. The next thing is, how do you make it? So when it comes to making money, it is important we ask ourselves, what problems can we solve? Listen carefully. Money making is all about providing solution. That's all. Now, you will be paid based on the kind of problem that you are solving. Let me give you an example. If you are somebody who is going to polish someone's shoe, that's a low-key problem. So the way the person will pay you, you are just polishing their shoe. Yeah, they will pay you. You are solving a problem for them, and that's level one. Or the person is busy, cannot drive themselves, and so they have a chauffeur. Okay, so if you are going to solve the solution of chauffeuring him or her, that's another level of problem. Now, that is higher than being a shoe shine, because that problem is higher. Level 3. Maybe the person cannot do laundry, a busy person, or cannot fix meal. And so the person is looking for somebody to fix meal for them. So you become a chef. So the degree of the problem determines how much you will be paid. There are many of you are like, oh, I work in this company. And I've worked in this company. Look at the salary they are paying me. The company is paying you the money they are paying you because that is what is commensurating for the problem you are solving for the company. If you want more money, then solve bigger problems for the company or for the market. That's all. So making money is about finding problems that you can provide solution for. And the higher the problem or the magnitude of the problem determines how much you can get paid for. So the question I want to ask you is this: what problems are you solving? You want more money? What is the problem you are solving for people? Ask yourself right now. You sit down and ask yourself, what problem are you solving? So maybe your salary is whatever the heck, 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 2,000, 300 Ghana cedis. You are being paid that money because of the problem you are solving for the company. Why do you think the CEO of the company is paid more than anybody else, or the board chairman? Why do you think these big guys are paid more? Because they are solving bigger problems for the company. The question is, what problem are you solving? So the next time you try to ask for a raise at your workplace, you need to ask yourself, what problem am I solving? What solution am I providing to this company? And that is how you make money. Money making is not magic. It's not juju. It's all about providing solution in the marketplace. Now, let's dive a little deeper to this. So 5 stages of making money. Yes, on the overall, it's about providing solution to problems in the marketplace. But I've broken down that into 5 key steps that I want to share with you here. Number 1, the problem identification framework. Number 2, market analysis. So this is for people who want to become entrepreneurs. Number 3, skill acquisition and taking action. Number 4, service offering. Number 5, innovation and development. These are the 5 stages of making money. So that is why I said earlier that it's about problems and solutions. So you need to identify problems in the marketplace. Number 2, do a market analysis. What's the size of this problem? You can say, oh, I want to open a laundry in my neighborhood. Oh, I want to open provision shop in my neighborhood. It will help me to make some money. I will have the container there. Then I will employ a lady like that to take care of it. Yeah. What is the market size? Because many people put their money into things and they want more money, but they realize that the market is not there. So you thought you could do laundry, or you thought you could have a provision shop. Yes, you've established the provision, you've opened it, somebody is there, but the business is not going on. Why? Because you didn't do any market analysis. And so let's look at this. Number one, the problem identification framework. How do you really identify some problems in the marketplace? Number one, you examine your environment. What is really going on in the environment? You got to examine the environment. So if you look at your society, what problems do you see? And again, this works when, even if you don't want to go into entrepreneurship, the company that you are working for, maybe currently you are the accountant, you are the finance manager, you are the office clerk, you are the secretary, you are the receptionist, but you want more money. Okay, so sit down. In this company, what are the headache? So although you were just a secretary, you were just an accounts clerk, what's really the problem in the company? What is it that you hear the CEO, the MD, or the board chairman, like what do you hear people really complaining about in the organization? So even in your company, you can still identify problems. Not only that, sometimes you search online as well. And again, this is where some people suggest that like you can have a side gig where, you have some online job and other things. There are people online who are seeking assistance. All right. People are looking for people who can help them to do their assignments, do their project work, interpret scripts for them, put together manuscripts for them. You search online. There could be opportunities available. Then identify skills gap. Again, this is in your company. What is the skill gap? Again, there is a problem in your company that is not being solved yet because there are no skillful personnel to be able to provide solution to that. Then you step in, identify that skill gap, then you can train yourself and boom, get that. So that is the first level, the problem identification. Now, when you identify the problem, you need to do a market analysis. Maybe you are just like, hey, I want to do another thing. I want to add something to my work. And so I want to do provision shop, or I want to have a laundry in my neighborhood, or before you get into it, you have to do a market analysis. Now, the market analysis is going to be telling you about the problem in the place, and most importantly, tell you about the size of the problem and whether there are people willing to pay for it. So imagine you think, oh, I live in, a class neighborhood. So, there are people here. I see cars. So maybe they want to take their things to the laundry. So, I've opened laundry. Then they will come and no. That's not how this thing works. You need to really undertake an analysis to identify the size of the market. There could be a problem, but maybe people are not willing to pay for it. The third thing is skill acquisition and taking action. So let's say that again, you are just an account clerk of your company, but you realize that in the market, aside being an accountant or whatever the heck, there are issues about data scientists. There are issues in respect of online presence for companies. Okay. There are issues in respect of customer satisfaction, customer acquisition, customer relation, and other things. Okay. So you're just an account clerk. Okay, then what do you do? And you've done the analysis and realize, okay, this is a growing niche. It's a significant area. What do? You start acquiring the skill. You start broadening your horizon. You start learning about these things. If it is a degree, you get it. If it is a certificate program, you get it. If it is a workshop you have to attend, you get it. If it is a mentorship that you have to pay a mentor to teach you or to shadow somebody, you do it. That is the third stage, skill acquisition, and you take action. It is very important. And these days, Online has made things very easy. You can literally learn everything online, on YouTube, everything, literally everything. But if you want to take it to another level, then you have to be willing to pay the experts in the game to be able to then give you the blueprint, mentor you so you can get there as fast as possible. Because I always talk about mentorship. It's because mentorship is that which bridges the gap. Mentorship helps you to avoid the pitfalls. Mentorship helps you to avoid the mistakes and identify the red flags as early as possible and know how to handle challenges and throwbacks when they come. So skill acquisition and taking action. So it's not enough to say, I have identified an opportunity. This is the need in the marketplace. You need to acquire the skill required to solve that problem. Maybe, again, you've identified a problem that probably people want to buy things, but you don't have the money to buy the things and be selling. Okay, so acquire a skill where you can do what we call drop shipping, where you are just the middleman. So you're going to be creating a system where you are just the middleman. So you create a platform on your status, on your social media handle. Then you say, I'm selling this. If you want it, please place the order. Delivery will be done for you. You make payment. So people place the order. Then you send that order to the company or the people selling it. Now, maybe the thing is 1,000 cities. You put a little markup on it. Sell it at 1,001 or 1,002. So you make your profit. So when they place the order, you take the money. You place the order from the company, send a dispatch rider to pick the thing from the company, and boom, they deliver it to your customer. You are just facilitating it. It is a skill you got to learn. And that is another way you can make easy money. So there are many people, they are like, yeah, Nhyira, I want to start selling this. I want to start selling that, but I don't have money to start. No, you don't actually need money to start. Sometimes you need wisdom to start. And again, this is where mentorship comes in, because you need a skill to be guided well. You need to build a certain level of personality, a profile where people will trust you to place the order and you will not screw them up and you will fulfill the orders and make your money. But you need skill acquisition and you got to take action. Then once you acquire a skill, you start offering the service. Certainly at the end of the day, people place the order, people request for the service, you provide them the solution. Very important. And you got to distinguish yourself as a brand. That is what I was saying earlier. You got to distinguish yourself. Sometimes it's not like you need a new job. That same job that you are doing, that same time that you have, you can still make more money. So sometimes it's not about, let me change a new job. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes, you have to change a job. But it's not always about changing job, because you have this device, this phone. How do you have a smartphone like this and you can't make money? Like how? How? And some of you have the most luxurious phones. iPhone, the best of the best. Samsung, the best of the best. And all you do with it is send WhatsApp messages, Snapchat messages, make calls, and take beautiful pictures and post on social media. That's all. Then when you finish posting the picture, then you are complaining, the country is hot. The country is hot. No! Leverage the technology to make money. And there are ways you can do that. I've spoken about some of them there. And then certainly you want to make sure that you're going to innovate and develop, because as you acquire the skill and you start providing the service and you are improving yourself, there is always room for improvement. And that is why I tell people this, like, you can never say, I have finished learning. I've had students over the last decades and they are like, hey, Nhyira, when I become a chartered accountant, I won't learn again. The way I've suffered to become a chartered accountant, I won't learn again. Then sometimes just 6 months after graduation or a year after graduation, they will call me. Nhyira, I was thinking about this course. What do you think about it? I want to do this course. What do you think about it? I'm like, but you said you have finished learning, right? So, like, you cannot end You cannot. So innovation, development is key. As you start making money, the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. So as the money is coming in, make sure that you keep and invest in yourself. Read books, attend workshops, have a mentor, pay people to show you the way. Pay people to bridge the gap for you so you can become successful as fast as possible as an individual. That is how you become successful. There are some of you, the whole of this year, you've not read any book that will advance your career, that will advance your life. The whole of this year, you've not done anything. You didn't attend any workshop. You didn't pay any mentor. You have not done anything to add any value to you. You started this year the way you are, and you are ending it the way you are. No improvement, no change, no nothing. But you want more salary. You want to make more money. How do you make more money like that? How? So you got to learn. You got to improve yourself. If it is getting a second degree, go for it. If it is getting a mentor, go for it. If it is attending a workshop, go for it. If it is a conference, go for it. And the problem with many people is this, that, I don't have money. It's expensive. Really? You want to make more money, but you're not willing to invest? What's wrong with you? But you have money to buy a nice iPhone. You have money to buy a nice weave on. You have money to buy an expensive watch and put on. But you don't have money to reinvest in yourself, to increase your game, to become the best version of yourself so you can command more salary, improve yourself. So some of you want to make more money. It's all about improving yourself. Because you can only solve bigger problems for the company based on your skills, based on how advanced you are. But you are raw. You were employed as an accountant, and you've not moved from that level yet because you've not advanced yourself. You've not learned anything new. You have not had any mentor that is a CFO or a CEO or a board chairman of a company. You've not attended any workshop. You've not done any executive MBA. You've not done anything to add any value to yourself. All you do is you take your salary, chop. Take your salary, chop. Take your salary, chop. Then you're like, I've worked for this company, sir. You have to increase my salary. Now the cost of living has increased. No company cares about your cost of living. Companies pay you based on how much they can pay you and due to the problem you are solving for them. Nobody cares about your cost of living. Nobody asks you to live in that house you are living in. Nobody asks you to buy the car that you bought. So the company is not there to fund your life. If you want more salary from the company, then you have to prove that you are worth being paid more than you are currently being paid. And how do you do that? By advancing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. That is how you make more money. So these are the 5-step framework that you have to understand when we talk about how you can make money.